What's going on YouTube, man? It's your boy back at it again, Elite Physique Chocolate. 4-day eating, per usual. We do this every single week, Still checking in. See, I am looking a little fuller, man. But I'm still like really lean and ripped. I'm still really lean and ripped. Cause I'm not gonna lie, like I've been adding like an extra meal or two at the end of the day. So I've been eating 3 meals throughout the day at work. And then when I got home, my body was pretty much telling me like, look, we need more calories, we need more food to recover properly. So I've been actually giving my body more food, but I've been eating more just really meats and vegetables. So late last night, right, I had 2 extra plates of meat and vegetables. So that's probably why I look a little watery and like, because I'm still, I'm still holding a little water from last night, but it's all good, man. So let's go over here and check the weight right quick, man. Let's get it. 207.6. Damn, 207.6. But guess what? Like I said before, that's just weight fluctuations. Like how I look now versus how I'll look tonight after work, 2 different things. So I'm gonna show you pretty much what I look like tonight to prove to you that I'm just holding a little bit more water. But let me stop all the talking, man. Let's get into the video. So I'm gonna go whip up this food and then I'll be back for meal number 1. So let's get it. So here's what we're gonna eat. So I've actually come to the conclusion, man, that I'm gonna go back to the old way of eating, right? So I got my oatmeal, I got some eggs, I got my vitamins, I got biotin, really good for nails and skin health. Biotin, potassium, good for when you have cramps, and it actually keep the cramps away. Magnesium, very good supplement to help you get way better sleep as well. So you can take this at night alongside with some ashwagandha to help relieve stress as well. And then of course collagen, very vital amino acid / protein that's good for the nails, hair growth, and skin as well. And it has vitamin C in it, so it's really actually good for the skin. Maintaining elasticity, or I don't know how to say that word. Basically it's gonna keep your skin firm as you age, because when you age, you actually lose collagen. So supplementing with collagen now, especially while you're young, is gonna be very good. Of course, a must, creatine, HCl. We're gonna hold less water retention. You get the same benefits. Sugar, of course, I got my water. I got boom. This is filled with ice cold water. It's actually good first thing in the morning because it will boost your metabolism, because it has to increase your core temperature. So that's going to increase your metabolism. So drink ice cold water first thing in the morning to boost your metabolism. So oatmeal, I got my tortilla shell, and of course we got some sugar-free. We got some sugar-free syrup that I like to put into my oatmeal to make it taste more moist, to make it less dry, and to make it actually taste better. And it's a very low calorie. So I basically just went back to my old way of eating, and that's really because I wanted more variety. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I really wanted more variety. I kind of gotten tired of eating just the same old thing every day. The sweet potatoes with the eggs, and I mean, it was cool for the time being, but long term, nah, because I want to enjoy my oatmeal, and I want to enjoy my eggs and all that stuff too. I mean, I was already eating eggs, but I want to eat my oatmeal and just have more variety in my diet, So, if you feel like you want to stick to the paleo diet, that's cool, but I'm gonna show you pretty much what I eat throughout the day now, to actually lose body fat and to get fucking ripped up and lean as fuck, man. To get ripped up and lean. I don't know if you can see it, man, but to get ripped up and lean as a motherfucker, man. Feel me? But I'm gonna finish cooking all of this food up, man. And I know you're probably sitting there like, oh, bro, this dude is talking so much. How about you shut your mouth, genius? You feel me? So I'm gonna go ahead and cook this up, and then I'll show you pretty much what the finished product is gonna look like, and then we'll be back later for meal number 2 and meal number 3. So let's get to it. Drink your water first thing. Okay, so here we are with the finished product. I got my oatmeal. I got 80 grams of regular oatmeal. As you can see, I got the white stuff on my oatmeal, and all that is just the sweetened loaf that I put on my food. So I got that, very low calories. Okay, cool. So in here, of course, we got the egg. We got 4 eggs, 4 whole eggs. And then I have, of course, I put some sugar on it. You see that white stuff right there? Of course, once again, that's sugar. And I'm pretty sure you're wondering what's all this black stuff. No, I didn't burn the eggs. That's just the chili powder that I like to put in my eggs as I'm cooking it up. So that's pretty much what that black stuff is. It pretty much has no calories. So, and then of course I got my tortilla, man. Got it burnt crisp, man, because you gotta have that crunch. So let's get into it. All right, so I'm about to dig in, man. So, one last thing, gotta add some of this. Gotta add some of that in there like that. Boom. But yeah, I'm about to dig in, and yeah. So once again, watch this. Gotta get that crunch. You gotta get that the famous crunch, man. If you don't get that crunch, you're not doing it right, bro. Listen. She hits a spot every time, man. Hits a spot every single time. All right. Listen. But I'm gonna finish eating this, and then I'll be back, right? And then I'll be back to give you some more tips about the diet. So let me enjoy this in peace. All right, so we're about to go to work. About to go to work, man. Get this working, get this money, get to the business. But yeah, the deficit has been pretty good for me. Especially now because I realized that my body is becoming more cold. So like my things like my hand, like my fingers, my toes, just my whole entire body is starting to become more cold now. And that's because as you're eating less calories and you're in that deficit, right? And you really start to lose that body fat. Basically what happens is your body can't regulate heat like it used to when you was at maintenance or bulking, and that's because you're not eating enough calories. You're in a deficit, so your body isn't going to have enough calories, right, to properly heat itself up. Does that make sense? So the body has to use calories. The body has to. Let me slow down. I apologize. Let me slow down. So the body, if it doesn't get enough calories, it's going to become cold because your core temperature, right? Your core temperature doesn't have the adequate amount of calories to properly heat the body up. So your body is going to become more cold over time. Does it make sense? While you're in the deficit. So the only thing that you really can do from here is just simply cover up more. You may have to, like, I actually have a jacket in my backpack now, and it's actually pretty warm out here. But that's because, once you're in that deficit and you're hitting it, right, you're just gonna become more sensitive to cold temperatures. So yeah, just make sure you cover up more. Make sure you get your steps in. Make sure you're working out. You don't need to be in the gym all the time working out. I say about 2 to 3 days. 2 to 3 days. And then on the other days that you're not in the gym, you're getting your steps in, while you're in the gym, make sure you're hitting your key compound lifts and you're working to get stronger with those instead of doing like a lot of high reps, because you're in a deficit. So whenever you're doing like a lot of high volume training, your body is not going to be able to recover as efficiently. Say if you were to just go in, hit maybe like nine sets overall, and you're training for strength, right? When you're training for strength, now you're pretty much sending a signal to your body saying, okay, we need to grow, we need to raise this dude's metabolism, that way he can burn more calories, you know, and actually hold on to more muscle, right? And yeah, like you don't want to be doing like a lot of running either while you're actually in the deficit. And that's because you're in a deficit, right? You're in a deficit, so you don't want to push the body to its like limits. Like you're just doing all of this stuff. You're in the gym hitting high volume sets and you're doing all of this running, because I did it before, and guess what? I lost a lot of muscle mass and I felt like shit, right? Because, and I know I'm doing a lot of yapping, man, but I'm giving you sauce, right? Because if you're in the gym doing all of these high sets or high reps and a lot of cardio, you're going to lose muscle tissue. And when you lose muscle tissue, that actually slows your metabolism down. And now you're really going to feel like even more shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, so you just, like I said, just in the gym, be in the gym 3 days. Make sure you're hitting a deficit every single day. Make sure you're tracking your food, eating clean, high protein foods, and drinking enough water, and make sure you get your sleep. And yeah. So you do that. Each and every meal that you do eat, make sure you prioritize protein. High protein is going to keep you more satiated, right? It's going to keep you more satiated, and it's going to make just fat loss a lot easier over time, man. You're going to look better, you know, you're going to look better. Your muscles going to get bigger, and you're going to have more energy, man. So, and oh, by the way, man, with the whole thing that happened in there or whatever, when I first woke up and I showed you my physique, basically I was just bloated. So of course I drank all that water and I just ate, but I also had to take a dump too. I had to use the bathroom. So after I got done using the bathroom, now I'm like really dialed in. Like we're really dialed in, you know, back to looking super fucking chiseled, man. But yeah, man, just make sure you stick out the deficit, man. Just make sure you're tracking everything, man, and just hitting that deficit every single day. Adequate sleep, water, rest, hit the gym hard, man. So let's get it. So I'm about to actually go into work, man. I'm about to go into work after I get done getting the sunlight, get your vitamin D. And I will see you for meal number 2 and meal number 3. So peace out. One more thing, I wanted to actually get straight that I did some research on too, man, because I don't want to tell you wrong. I actually want to speak the facts, man. So basically what I was saying earlier about how, you know, like basically your hand, like when you're in that deficit and you're dieting, your hands and your fingers and your body is going to become more cold, and that's really because your metabolic rate has slowed down. Your metabolic rate is going to kind of slow down, you know, from being in that deficit. So when that happens, now your body is trying to actually conserve more energy. So by doing that, when your body's trying to conserve more energy, now it doesn't have the energy to properly produce the heat in your body, right? That's one thing. And then number 2 is, of course, while you're in the deficit, you're gonna lose body fat. So as you lose the body fat, right, basically the body fat acts as insulation, right? It acts as heat insulation to your body. So the less body fat that you actually have on your body, you're going to be more sensitive to cold temperatures. So that's why you notice like people that's more overweight, they're always warm and they're just more warm throughout the day and during the cold, you know, because they have more body fat. So I hope I really cleared that up, but I'll be back later on for meal number 2 and meal number 3. Okay, so once again for a snack, so we already know no nuts, way too high in calories. So we're gonna either choose between these right here. We can have 2 bags of these as a snack, or we can have 1 or 2 bags of that for a snack. You know what I'm saying? very high in protein, very good for cutting. One bag, 140 calories. But bro, one bag of these costs almost $6. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. See what I'm saying? Like, bro, one bag. One bag. Come on, man. So we ain't gonna do that. So instead, what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna do one of these. You pretty much get the same calories, pretty much the same protein, and you can eat 2 of them. Amazing for fat loss versus one protein bar, 200 calories. See what I'm saying? I mean, this is cool too, but this is like $6 too. So we're just gonna do 2 bags of these right here. Boom, for the first snack. Oh shit. 2 bags of these for the first snack, and then I'll see you later on for meal number 2 and 3, or 2 and 3. All right, so we're here, man. We're here. So about snacks, man. Let's just talk to y'all, chop it up real quick before I have to go back to work, man. Give you some more tips or whatever. But of course, like I always say in all of my videos, fat loss comes from creating that calorie deficit. No matter how you do it, you have to figure out a way to be in a calorie deficit, whether that's by moving more or eating less. You have to figure it out, right? So now, why did I choose these over everything else? Number one, the price, because you've seen how much that shit costs back there, bro. With these, you just get more volume, bro. I got 2 of these. Oh shit. Hold on. I got 2 of these motherfuckers right here. I got 2 bags, 300 calories. You know, over 30 grams of protein. You see what I'm saying? Versus the nuts. With the nuts, you only get this much, right? For what, 300 calories? And it barely has any protein. So it's not gonna really keep you satiated and satisfied like that, right? So for us big eaters, because I know you're pretty much a big eater, we all have big appetites, you know, because if you didn't have a big appetite, you wouldn't be watching this video. But you want to eat stuff that has more volume with less calories. That's the whole goal. More volume, less calories. Nuts have very low volume and a lot of calories. We don't want that, right? So there's 2 ways you could really go about the caloric deficit from a dieting standpoint. So you can either eat pretty much whatever you want to eat, right? But you have to eat less. So you're going to be more hungry, right? So let's say if it fits your macros and you eat 1 piece, and say you want to have some cake, right? But you want to stay in that deficit, you can only have 1 piece of cake, right? Versus if you have some fruit, you can eat a big bowl of fruit for the same amount of calories, and it's going to keep you fuller for longer. Does that make sense? You see what I'm saying? So, and another thing, bro, like, stop with all of these damn fruit. I see so many people, oh man, yeah, I'm trying to lose weight for summer, man, I'm trying to lose body fat, so I'm getting these fruit juices and all. Bro, don't get those fruit juices. I'm telling you, they're full of calories, full of sugar. Bro, you might as well get a soda. You might as well get a regular soda. Has the same amount of calories and the same amount of sugar. If anything, the fruit juice is gonna actually have more calories than the soda. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. If you do drink soda, make sure it's diet soda, not the regular soda, you know, because we're trying to, once again, save our calories. We're trying to save our calories and have very high volume. So, but yeah, I hope you really found some value in what I just said. I'm about to go ahead and eat this, hop on my break, and then I will see you later for meal number 2. All right, so here we are for meal number 2. Got some rotisserie chicken right here, and I got, of course, a load of broccoli. One thing that you can do, a couple of things that you can do if you want to save money. Hold on. So a couple of things that you can do if you actually want to save money, right? And you don't want to buy like the turkey and the hamburger and all of that stuff. One thing that you can do is buy a whole rotisserie chicken that's already made and basically just peel all the meat off, right? First, peel the skin off, You can eat the skin. But if you want to make it even more lower calories, because we're in the got to be in a calorie deficit, right? Because we're trying to lose body fat, right? Peel the skin off, because the skin contains a lot. It contains more calories, right? So if you want to make the chicken even more low calorie, just peel the skin, put your sugar on it if you want to, and then use hot sauce and, you know, sugar-free barbecue sauce, anything else you want to use, and then, like I said, load up on all types of vegetables, man. All types of vegetables, you know, very low in calories, high in volume, is going to keep you full, man. But yeah, that's pretty much what I got here. And it's not like I don't have like a lot of chicken in this bowl or whatever. So usually what I'll do is, I know I said protein shakes are pretty much bad. So for fat loss, as big eaters, if you still want to have the protein shake, you can have it. That's cool. But what I do is, if I don't eat a lot of meat with my meals, I'll just supplement with either the protein chips or protein bars. And if you don't know what type of protein bars I eat, you can just pretty much like scroll down and watch like the other food eating videos, or you could look up my name and put protein bars, and I pretty much like make a whole breakdown of the good protein bars versus the bad ones. But I'll do that. So that's pretty much the game, man. You know, like I said before, I'm gonna keep saying it. You want to be full for as long as possible on the least amount of calories as possible. That's what you want, man. So high protein, more fruits, more vegetables, man. So I'm gonna dig into this, and I'll see you later for meal number 3. All right, so last meal of the day, man. Last meal of the day. You already know me, but the same thing, bro. Same thing, man. You already know, bro. You already know. If you've been watching my videos, you already know, man. Keep it simple. Keep everything structured. But the most important thing, to be very consistent with this, is eat the same foods every day. Eat the same foods that you enjoy every single day in order to make everything easier, because it takes out all of the guesswork. You don't have to, oh man, I wonder if I can eat this, I wonder if I can eat that, this, that. No. Take all the guesswork and all the mind work out of it. Just stick to the same simple food that you've been eating every day that's been working for you. That's it. So I'm gonna eat this up. You know, once again, got some chicken, broccoli, stuff like that. So I'm gonna gas this up, and then I'll talk to you after I get off the work. Get those extra steps. You know, instead of taking the elevator, take the stairs. Gotta take the stairs, man. Get them extra steps, burn those extra calories, man. So we just got back to the house, man, after a long ass day at work. But we made it. We made it through the day, man. But that's pretty much the full day eating. And, you know, if you are actually cutting right now and you're watching this video, man, you know, just stick with it, bro. Just stick with it, bro. I know it's hard. I know it's a little tough. You know, you got these little not hunger pains. I hope you ain't got no hunger pains. If you are having hunger pains, eat. Like I always say, eat if you're hungry. But yeah, man, just make sure you're on it. Make sure you just hit your meals and calories and protein every single day. You know, make sure you're prioritizing your sleep. Make sure you're drinking your water. Speaking of water, man, like make sure this is a hack that I utilize as well to keep me fuller. So before you actually eat your meals, I forgot to tell you this earlier, but before you eat your meals, you want to drink a whole bottle of water. Drink as much water as you can before you eat. And what that's going to do is it's going to create more space in the stomach. It's going to stretch the stomach out. That way you're more full, right? Your body's going to then send signals up to the brain saying, hey, you know what, like what's this bulky stuff that we're consuming that's making us full, stretching out the stomach, so we can lower the hunger signals. Does that make sense? I really hope that makes sense. So before you eat, make sure that you're drinking a lot of water, you know, because another thing, man, like everybody confuses hunger with really thirst. You see what I'm saying? And especially while you're cutting down and leaning out, you're not going to be able to hold the same amount of water in your body, say if you was maintaining or bulking. So you have to really make sure you're drinking a lot of water. You know, make sure you're hydrating. If you need to, take some electrolyte salts take some salts, like do anything you need to do to make sure you stay properly hydrated before you eat in the morning. Also, hydrate. And I know it's like, oh, the mail, bro, you're just rambling, bro. You talk too much. I understand that, man. But see, I want to provide the most value to you. You know, that way you can really achieve your fat loss goals, man, because it's hard out here. It really is. And I know what it's like. I was there once before, being fat, you know. But make sure everything is high protein. You know, if you do snack, protein bars, you could have the protein chips. Let's see. And fruit, amazing, you know, especially apples. It's gonna keep you fuller. And yeah, man, just get to it and stick with it, bro. Stick with it, you know, like stick with it, and you will achieve that physique that you want, man. For real, you just gotta stick with it. Fat loss, don't forget this. Fat loss is all a mindset. It's all a mindset, bro. That's really all it is. It's just a mindset, bro. Success in any endeavor, right, out in the world, it's all a mindset, right? You build that business. You have to have that. You have to have a good mindset to lose that body fat and to push through. What? You got to have that mindset. You see what I'm saying? Before you approach that girl, you got to have the right mindset, because if not, then you're not even going to approach her in the first place. Doesn't make sense. So, man, I really hope this video really helped, man. I hope it really helped, you know. But, hey, drop in the comments down below. If you made it this far in the video, drop down below any other video that you want to watch. You know, any type of video that you want to make, I'll make it. So, hey, I'm about to head off to bed, man. And be back at it this weekend, man. So, hey, I really hope you enjoyed it. Every little bit of this video. If you did, drop a like, subscribe if you're new. Also, comment down below, man. But hey, it's your boy Physique Chocolate, and I'm out of here, man. So, man, one more thing. This is me at the end of the night too, because I know earlier I was talking about how, you know, the weight fluctuations and stuff like that, and the whole like bloated and holding a lot more water. This is me now, man. This is me at the end of the day. You know, I'm holding a lot less water. I did use the bathroom earlier, you know, but this is me. Like, this is the real me, man. You know, you see the obliques coming in, you know, you see the veins, coming in. Jawline is really popping out, man. Jawline is really popping. You see what I'm saying? That's how you know that. See, that's how you know you're getting lean, though. You know you're getting lean when that jawline is just, you have like a 90, when you got that 90-degree jawline with the obliques and all of this showing, and your serratus is showing, that's how you know you're really digging deep into the deficit, man. But if you're starting out in your deficit or on your fat loss journey, man, don't be discouraged, bro. Don't be discouraged. If you're watching this, do not be discouraged, man. It's going to take time, bro. It took me years upon years with the right coaching and right just everything, bro, to achieve this. But the main thing is just being consistent, bro. Being consistent. Learning how to say no. You have to learn how to say no. Hey, Anthony, do you want, try this piece of cake? Nah, I'm good, man. You know, I'm trying to get chiseled, man. Hey, man, have this little slice of cake. Nah, man, I'm good. Like, you have to learn how to say no. You can't be a nice guy in this, man. You have to be on your own path. You have to be a savage, bro. But, hey, I really hope y'all liked the video. And that's pretty much it, man. But, hey, it's your boy Physique Chocolate, and I'm out.